So there's
All
no
right, bet.
intro, so we're gonna get right into it.
All right, bet. All right, y'all. Wait, nah, I'm on. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
No, you got it, bro.
I got it. All right, bet.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Core 5 podcast, man. We've got Ahmad with us. We got X with us, Trav, Sean, and P, bro. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Good.
Eager to get this.
Miami Heat, baby.
Eager to get this going.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, with the first topic of the night, we're going to talk about Carmelo and Dwight. Does Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? How do y'all feel about this, man? We got two Hall of Fame inductees in Dwight and Melo. Let's start with you, P. You said you want to start this off. Go ahead, bro.
First question to get this started. Josh, do you think Carmelo deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? Be honest, because we know we have your old take recorded.
What we think? What we
Yes,
thinking
sir.
about?
Melo is
Josh trapped himself.
Melo's a Hall of Famer, bro.
All right.
He's a Hall of Famer, but like I said, the Hall of Fame is watered down. I'm gonna stick by that. He's definitely a Hall of Famer, but the Hall of Fame is watered down.
All right.
How is it watered down?
You know, if we're going off of what you said before you clip this, I want to, Sean, whoever clips this, post this on TikTok. Disclaimer, I do think Carmelo deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I do think so. But in a previous episode, Josh said the Hall of Fame needs to be stricter and that my boy Vince Carter does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. So I'm here to say Carmelo don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He ain't won shit besides gold medals. I mean, Vince Carter did that too. So, I mean, stats-wise, I mean, they both have a great amount of points. I mean, that's cool, but I don't think he deserves
It's not
to
the
be in
NBA Hall of Fame, though. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Hey,
So-
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Josh
He
said the
also
Hall of
said-
Fame needs to be stricter.
It
No,
does.
if-
And I think Carmelo, it's not like it's, I think he definitely deserves, I think Dwight deserves to be there more than Melo. I say that.
But you also said that Derrick Rose don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
No,
You,
not
you
at
said
all.
that too. You said that too.
Not
Okay.
at all. Derrick Rose does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
All right.
Not at all. I stand by that.
So
What
now that-
has he done? What has D Rose done? Like, keep it a buck. One season that he won the MVP. Come on, bro.
Three-time All-Star.
what about Josh? Now that you say Melo deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, does Vince Carter?
No, bro.
Yeah.
Vince
Why
ain't
not?
done
Why
nothing,
not?
bro.
Why not?
Vince ain't done nothing, bro.
What has Carmelo done? Carmelo ain't done shit. He ain't win
But
shit.
he deserves that. He deserves, bro. He's top 10 all time in scoring, bro. Melo's top 10 all time in scoring, bro. That in itself.
So he just got a bunch of buckets.
I mean, that's cool. Has
What do you
Carmelo,
mean? But that in itself is
Has
Hall of Fame
Carmelo
worthy.
been to
He
the
top
finals?
10 all time in scoring, bro.
That-
I mean,
that- and if
like I
it,
said,
if it's,
I don't really. He doesn't. Melo is a bucket getter. His whole thing is just get buckets. ISO, triple threat, post up. He could score on all three levels, bro. You feel me? 10-time All-Star, multiple All-NBA nods. You know, gold medalist, NCAA champion. You know what I mean? But as far as what he did, like in the NBA, he's won scoring titles and stuff like that. But like, even for me, it's hard for me to even put him in there because, like I said, I do want the NBA or the Hall of Fame to be stricter. But I guess, bro, for Melo, I'm gonna just say I guess. I'm not saying he's 100% Hall of Famer, but I guess you could put him.
Can
in
you give
there.
Vince Carter and I guess then?
No, I can't. Vince. ain't
Why
done nothing
not,
for me,
bro?
Vince doesn't have a Hall of Fame worthy career, bro. I'm sorry, P. I'm sorry, P.
Man, you just be chatting. You just be chatting. But let me give my take. I do think they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I think they're rightfully justified. Even if Josh thinks it's watered down,
It's watered down.
I do think these guys deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
All right, Sean.
Both of them easily deserve to be in there, and it's not even close. Carmelo Anthony is top 2 in Olympic basketball players who play in the NBA, along with Kevin Durant, 4-time gold medalist. Carmelo has also won a college championship with Syracuse University and NBA knowledge speaks for itself. 10-time All-Star, numerous of legendary moments, second in the MVP race behind LeBron James, and I believe in either 2012 or 2013.
Mhm.
And then as for Dwight Howard, he's won a championship, very critical part of the Lakers bench. He's also been to the finals with him in charge. He lost to, I believe, the Lakers with Kobe Bryant at the helm.
Mhm.
New Defensive Player of the Year. I think he won that multiple times. Both
3
of them were
times.
3 times.
Three-
Yeah.
3 in a
Yep.
row.
Yeah,
easily
it was
the best.
3 in a row, yeah.
He was easily the best center of the 2000s. So I think both of them easily could get in the Hall of Fame, even watered down or not. They're
I think
both will be.
2000s is stretching it.
Who do you think is the best center in the 2000s?
I mean, you could argue Shaq. He got the rings in the 2000s.
I'll give
I
you that.
mean,
Yeah. Okay.
Tim Duncan, if you want to put him in that
I think
category.
he's a power
At the
forward.
back,
I feel
at the back
Dwight's
end of his
more of the-
career. At the back end of his
Dwight's more
I'll
of the
give you Shaq.
2010s era. 2010s era, Dwight.
I'll give you
Yeah.
Shaq. Yeah. I'll give you Shaq. I was wrong on that one, but my point still stands.
Go ahead, Trav.
Yeah, I think they both deserve a spot in there. Melo, just for what he's done, like I said, because this is the Basketball Hall of Fame. So I mean, freshman led Syracuse to a championship. You know what I mean? Like I said, easily you could argue top 3 Olympic player in USA history. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure one of them runs when we won the gold was because Melo was going crazy. You know what I mean? I think it was 2012, I think, is when Melo was going crazy. So I think Melo's solidified in there. Like I said, he was dropping buckets. You know what I mean? Like, I think definitely over Vince. Not taking a shot at Vince like that, but you're picking someone. You know what I mean? Melo definitely over Vince. I mean, Melo was averaging over 25 multiple seasons. You know what I mean? Vince did that one time, but we're not really on Vince. But and then Dwight on the other hand, same thing y'all saying. Like, you talking about 3 back-to-back defensive player of the year, championship. Even though, you know what I mean, that came later in his career. You can argue that at least 2010 and up. You know, I mean, tail end of 2000s. You know.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most dominant centers in the league for sure. You know what I mean? 2007 and up, I would say Dwight was that dude. You know what I mean? So
that was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
and the NBA Hall of Fame or the Basketball Hall of Fame is watered down, but it's been watered down for years. I'm talking about before we were even born. There's dudes in there just because they were, you know what I mean?
Alive in the 50s.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's not like, you know, I look at anyone inducted in the 70s and 80s differently than the guys who are going in there now, because those guys I feel like would wash them guys up, because you're looking at some of the guys back in the day, it's like they're in there just from a 2-time All-Star. You know what I mean? So it's like that type of shit. You're looking at some of the older guys who are in there, these 2 dudes definitely need to be in there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dudes like in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah,
not even sure they're better
The first
than
dudes
like.
playing. Like,
Yeah, like I'm going to
Bob
exclude the
Cousy.
international guys like Andreas Sabonis or Tony Kukoc, but just some dudes who just played straight up NBA 2-time All-Stars in the Hall of Fame. What are we even doing here?
yeah.
Go ahead, X.
No, I pretty much agree with what everybody else said, to be honest. Like, they covered everything.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it goes without saying. Of course, Carmelo and Dwight deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Dwight dominated, one of the most dominant centers. You have Carmelo Anthony, and say what you want about him, but like he was one of them niggas. Like, undeniable. He had niggas wearing the Melos. He had niggas in the gym with the hoodies on, one AirPod in. Like, that was a time period. You gotta realize he had his hand on the culture for real. Like, it was him and LeBron. Like, Melo was one of them niggas. Like, we can't deny that. And like what Travis said, you can't put niggas like Ben Wallace, Grant Hill, Chris Webber. You can't have them niggas in the Hall of Fame and not have Melo.
I was about to say.
Not have Howard. Like,
I was about to say, be careful, Ahmad.
yeah, not
Is
like
Chris Webber even in the Hall of Fame?
yeah, he is.
Chris Webber.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of
Nah,
Fame.
I don't think he's in there.
I don't think so.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Nah,
I know
he
Ben
got-
Wallace is also to be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't know if Chris Webber is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know Hall of Fame. Yeah, my research is good. Right? Yeah, he don't.
2021.
Go
No,
ahead,
there was
Warriors
times.
legend.
There was times where he was up for Hall of Fame, but then they
Yeah.
denied it. You know what I
That-
mean? Like,
That
it
that
took a
shit
minute.
That's just disrespect. But I think someone like the way Wade mentioned that there's levels though. Like it got to be different levels in the Hall of Fame. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's a top floor for the niggas who they gotta be like an A class, B class, C class in these kind of things because not all Hall of Famers are created equally. But yeah, of course the Dwight Howard and Carmelo Anthony should be in the Hall of Fame. That goes without saying. Like they one of them guys for real.
Nah, bro. You know what? I'm glad you said that, bro, because we can't be putting LeBron next to fucking, like you said, Tracy McGrady or
Neymar.
Whoa.
No, I'm saying
You could have
bro.
picked
Tracy not better than Bron.
Josh, you know, you literally could have picked any other player. You could have been like
taking shots. Taking shots.
Bro.
You could have worded pick so many. I'm not standing for this disrespect. You could have said, yeah, we're not putting LeBron next to Bob Cousy. That would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
No, we're not putting Tracy next to Bron, bro. No.
Josh, you're right. Because you know why?
Why?
It dilutes the brand. You know what I'm saying? It dilutes the brand. Like if anybody can make it into the NBA, then it wouldn't be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like this would be like the Euro
I
League.
like that you said there's levels though. You feel me? Like S tier, A, B, C. You know what I mean? Like
what tier would these two be in? What tier would these two be in?
The no championship.
I think
Dwight has a ring. Dwight has a ring.
I think B tier is you don't got a ring, but you did pretty good.
Charles Barkley. That would you consider him like Charles Barkley?
I think Dwight might be A. I feel like Dwight could be A.
Dwight
B or A.
I think both of them. Honestly,
I said A.
I think you could put both of them A. I mean, you got guys like. There's so many. I feel like older guys who don't have rings, like the Patrick Ewings of the world. Some of them dudes going back. I mean, I even be slighting Steve Nash sometimes. I mean, I know he was nice, but I mean, certain players. I don't like that Dwight was left off that top 75.
Well,
NBA.
that
was disgusting. That was disgusting.
That's nasty work. That's nasty work. You know what I mean? Like
Dame shouldn't have been on there. Was Dame on there?
There's a few dudes.
Yes.
The
Dame shouldn't have been on there.
Biggest one for me, and he was on my squad at the time, is AD has no reason sniffing that list.
He shouldn't have been.
There's no reason he should be sniffing that list.
Wait. That's tough. I don't know.
Can I say something?
Ahead,
I looked up NBA All-Stars, and there are a couple of one-time All-Stars in the Hall of Fame. Dan Barksdale. In 1953, he was inducted as a contributor. Dick Barnett in 1968.
That's a 2K legend right there. Don't disrespect Dick Barnett.
Bill Bradley, 1973. He's now a politician, but he's in the Hall of Fame.
Wait, Sean though. Sean, I don't think you can count those people because I think back then they didn't know where the bar was yet. They didn't know how nice niggas was really.
Yeah.
Like so they saw them niggas like, oh, they can hoop. But they see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That was nice for back then.
Exactly. So the bar is always being raised. So I feel like it's hard to compare like back then till now because it's kind of hard to do that.
It's gonna be like this for every sport. I mean, there's people, say what you will, but there's guys in the baseball Hall of Fame that probably shouldn't be in there. I don't. Babe Ruth would die in the batter's box if he saw Paul Skeens throw 102 at him. You'd have guys in the NFL Hall of Fame rolling over in their grave if they saw Lamar Jackson rolling out of the pocket.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's a fact. It's different.
Damian Lillard is in the top 75 anniversary.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
Over players like Kyrie, over players like Tony Parker,
champions.
Over players like Ginobili,
Dwight Howard.
These players should be on the top 70.
Clay Thompson on there?
Clay's not on the top.
Clay should have been on there. Clay should have been on there over Dame. Like, come on.
Yeah, he should. He's done more. He's done more. He's a champion. Like, and not only is Clay a champion, but he's like a champion. He's actually
he's an important piece of that team.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, y'all right, man. Or I think Travis said it. AD should not be on that list, bro. Yeah. I'm taking Dwight over AD 100% of the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait. For real? Like seriously? Like now?
Yeah.
You're talking about Orlando
Prime
Magic.
for prime?
I'm talking about prime for prime.
Prime for prime. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Always
I'm
going prime for prime.
Dwight.
Man.
All right.
Dwight
so-
was really a dog, bro.
Yeah, he was for sure.
Yeah.
He was crazy. He was on some different shit. Yeah,
I was
like
balling
Dwight.
with him in NBA 2K18, my team.
Yeah,
Unstoppable. He was unstoppable in 2K.
Lob legend. You just
Yeah.
throw the ball up there. He dunked it every time.
And like I said, I feel like his skill showed more because he ain't have no type of jump shot. He wasn't doing no hooks, and he was just, I'm in the paint, I'm dominating you, I'm booming it on you. You know what I mean? Like there
Yeah.
was no little lay, there was no little floater. Like it was straight dunks. Like you can't stop me type shit. You know what I
Blocking
mean?
everything.
That's
Blocking
dominance,
everything.
bro. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm beating everything. Like it was different.
Pause.
Wait.
I got pause to beat everything. Come on, don't do me like that. Come on, yo.
Wait.
I'm beating everything.
wait.
Is crazy,
Come on, bro.
Yo, Trav, let me ask you, who you taking? You taking Giannis or prime Giannis or prime Dwight Howard?
Prime
Giannis.
Giannis, crazy, bro.
Giannis.
Because
Giannis
I think
is
it's
still in his prime.
I know, but they're both comparable. I feel like the way they play.
It is comparable to a point, but it's different positions. Cause I think if it's Dwight, if Giannis had to play center, I think it's a different talk. I'm taking Giannis. I think Giannis can do more. Like even though you know, what I mean, even though he don't have the prettiest jumper, he at least has some type of a jumper.
He'll shoot that tray
That's what
ball,
I'm saying.
son.
He'll shoot it. I don't want him shooting the tray ball, but at least he can shoot. We've seen him make tray balls. Dwight has none of that. You know what I mean? Like Dwight can't. He might have attempted 10 in his whole career type shit. You know what I mean? Like he can't shoot. So it's like when we come into that, give me Giannis because I feel like Giannis plays just as great of defense. A little tier under Dwight, obviously, but I think total package, Giannis over Dwight. But it's hard because that's two different positions.
I feel you.
Anybody else got anything else to say before we move on?
Nah.
All right. Let's do it. Next topic. All right, y'all. So I know we touched on it a little bit, pause, on last episode, but we're going to go more in depth with it. So do you guys think the Houston Rockets have a chance at beating Golden State in the playoffs? Who do you guys have winning this series? Let's start with the Warrior fan right there with the Warriors banner. Let's start with you, X. No, bias aside.
Let me speak, please. I said I think they do have a chance of beating us, but I don't think they will. I think our biggest problem is going to be like physicality-wise with the men and all their guards defensively, yeah, and Sengun, because even though Draymond, he's a great defender, we don't have a big, so all the load's going to be on him. So it really just depends on how we can like just figure it out, really. And our bench has to show up. We need Kuminga Kuminga can't play 0 minutes. Like that just doesn't make it. Buddy Hield is playing 15 minutes a game, and Kuminga's sitting there just picking his ass, handing out towels. Like that just doesn't really make sense to me. When what's he averaging? He's averaging like 15 and 6, I'm pretty sure, and he's not playing. I always said this. I don't think Steve Kerr is that great of a coach. Like I don't really know what's going on with him. It's just like the players.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't really think he is. I think it's just like the players around him that make him seem like a good coach. Like sometimes when we get into like big games, shit be fumbling. Like he be seeing Curry score 25 straight, and he's like, "Yeah, let's get him out the game. Let's sit him for the next 10 minutes." Like it doesn't make any sense. But I do think we're gonna win. I think it's gonna be a tough first series though, and then we gotta go against what the next round. We go into like Lakers, either Lakers Timberwolves.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
Ahmad, go ahead, bro.
Golden State winning is really dependent upon if our supporting cast shows up. You know, like we know what Curry is gonna do. We know Curry is gonna go crazy, but we also know that Houston is coached by a really good coach, and they're going to be on. They're gonna follow Curry the whole game. They're gonna literally be hugging Curry the entire game.
I was
team the
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dylan Brooks with like 4 technicals this series.
Yeah. Bro, like we know what happens when they see Curry in the court. He's just one of them players, and they're gonna have to hug him the whole entire game. That means that we're gonna need other players to show up. We're gonna need Jimmy Butler to be playoff Jimmy. We need that in order to win. And not only do we need him to be playoff Jimmy, but we also need Pods to actually like make shots. We need to make at least foul shots. Like we need to actually make foul shots. Like this is super simple. We need him to do his job and make foul shots. We need Draymond to not miss layups and to actually shoot the ball. We need the simple things we need to do as a championship team. It's like I don't know why we've been talking about this. And for Kerr, we need Kerr to play Kuminga. Like why you have this guy on the bench? DNP, bro. Are you kidding me? We need
like 3 games in a row.
bro. We obviously are in need for more offensive scoring, you know. And I love GP2. He always gives his all. I love him as a player, but he's 6'2". You know, like let Kuminga can guard. He can also be more of a threat offensively. So I'm not worried about Curry. I'm not worried about Jimmy. I believe that the Golden State will win, but our supporting cast has to show up. We have to show up. This is what makes Moody. We got to.
Yeah.
If they just like score, like be consistent and don't turn the ball over and just like get the points that they're supposed to get, I think we'll have a good chance at being the Houston Rockets. We just gotta play, bro. The team gotta, as a whole, has to play. It can't just be all on Curry, and it can't be all on Jimmy Butler. And if Jimmy Butler doesn't play, then we're fucked. Yeah, because our team is like, we don't have that good of a support. In the past, if you look at the Warriors team in the past, we actually had like a really good supporting cast. But our team now, outside of Curry and like Jimmy Butler,
it's not that they're bad; they're inconsistent. They're extremely inconsistent.
But that to me, that's bad because that means I can't count on you, bro. And that means you might score, you might not be there. But that's what I think.
Eric, let me go back to you real quick. You never said what game? How many games I think y'all will win? Like
it's going to be either 6 or 7. Either 6 or 7, yeah.
I'm saying 6. I'm saying 6.
You saying Warriors in 6? Okay.
Warriors in 6, yeah.
All right, Trav, let's hear your take, bro.
I'm until I see it done, I'm gonna keep on saying this. I don't got faith in OKC or the Rockets. Just not enough experience, too many young boys. I think the Warriors have that pedigree. They have championship level players on their team. They've been there before. And I think certain players just kick up when it's playoff time. You know what I mean? So I think if for me, when I look at the rosters, I think I'd rather have the Warriors roster over the Rockets roster. Just what I know these players can do. If them players are balling, like I said, I know these guys, these Golden State fans saying they've been inconsistent, but I think it turns. I think it's going to be two different teams from regular season to playoffs. So I think Warriors in 6 or 7. I think they come out this series. I think Curry's gonna step up. I know what Curry can do. I know what Jimmy can do. I think Draymond's gonna dig in, do what he needs to do. But I just like that team better than I like the Rockets team. I think the Rockets is still too young, and yeah, they going home first round.
Sean?
I got the Rockets, in all honesty. I think, honestly, though, outside of Curry and Butler, I have complete no faith in a lot of the players when it comes to their offensive capabilities. Like, we're still relying on Draymond Green to score the basketball, because I know he could be trusted with defensively. I think he could handle Sengun really well, but offensively, like, Kuminga's getting no minutes now for some reason. Buddy Hield, Eric, I'm sure you know the Buddy Hield cycle very well. I think
it's either he gets 20 off of 6 threes or 2 points.
Exactly.
No in between.
And plus, the Houston Rockets actually do have some veterans off the bench, and at least in 1 or 2 in starting lineup. Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet, they know playoff experience. Fred VanVleet is a champion. He knows Stephen Curry very well in the playoffs. He might not be as good as he was in 2019, but he is still a veteran. They also have Steven Adams off the bench. Jeff Green is, of course, a very well-respected veteran. And I think the Houston Rockets most of their younger guys are really hungry. Like Amon Thompson, like Tari Eason. Jalen Green might pop up for a couple of games. He's going to be dog shit for at least 2 of them. Just watch. Sengun is Sengun. He'll be fair white. But my main reason why is honestly Ime Udoka. That guy is better than Steve Kerr as the head coach. And he has the mind. Like, when I see greatness, when I see potential top 15 Hall of Fame coaches, I see Ime Udoka on that list. Yeah. Like,
what happened last time we played Udoka?
That was That was. Oh, you talking about in the finals?
That was his
Y'all
first
won,
season
but
as a
I'm
rookie
looking
head
at the
coach.
Bucks, bro. Y'all should have never won that. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
here we go, man.
Y'all
Here
should have
we
never won
go.
that, bro.
Here we
Y'all
go.
shoulda-
Why
the
couldn't we
Celtics?
have
The
won?
Celtics should have won that finals,
Why?
bro.
Because they
They
choked.
had fucking Marcus. You know that year, Marcus Smart took more last minute shots than fucking Tatum and Brown combined. Why
That's
is
the
Marcus
coach's
Smart taking your last shot,
That
bro?
that
That's the
should be
coach's
on the coach then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just onto the coach.
That's
Now
not on that, bro. I don't think it's always on the coach.
That's
bro.
on the coach and your leaders. Like, if you're the best player on the team, you should be asking for the ball regardless of the play.
but
You
I
can't be
think
better than Curry unless you get 4 rings, bro. That's just a requirement. You know what I'm saying? It's called.
can
it's
Curry
like-
coach though outside of Curry?
I mean, he's.
No.
It don't matter. We don't gotta worry about that because you doing hypothetical, Sean. But we know what he. Look at his resume, bro. Look at his resume. He has 4 rings. 4 rings.
Yeah, it's easy to get 4 rings when you got
Yeah, you got-
fucking
like
Kevin
Steph
Durant, Klay Thompson.
Stephen Curry.
I don't got a coach. I could put my hands in my pockets if
No,
I'm
you
coaching
can't.
that team.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you
Yes, I
can't.
can.
No, you
Just
Like-
like your role model, Darvin Ham, putting your hands in your
We're not
pocket.
doing. Yeah, we're not
There's just
doing
some
that.
things that I need to see outside, like Craig Popovich here, continuous sustainability, like Kawhi, DeMar DeRozan, Victor Wembanyama, Eric Spoelstra, what he's done with little compared to a lot more. Steve Kerr, I just need to see more outside of Stephen
Oh,
Curry.
oh,
then-
Wait, Sean,
Hold on.
Sean.
Hold on.
Wait, is
All
Greg-
these coaches you name it had top guys. Like
Yeah.
these guys weren't doing it with. You talking about Tim Duncan, Manu, Tony? Like Pop
Yeah.
has always had players on his team as well, and Eric Spoelstra had the first big 3. Like we can't.
Nah,
do
but
that.
Exactly.
y'all
the
did not.
difference with
Y'all
that is
missed my
Pop-
point.
These players were developed in San
Y'all
I'll
missed my point, Miss Ford.
I'll cut him some slack on Pop just because Pop.
Y'all missed my point, Eric Spoelstra. Every single one, y'all missed my point on Eric Spoelstra. But Popovich has continued sustainability for many years.
Wait, what's the point with Spoelstra?
He was able to do more with less. He was able to turn G League players into continue like.
Who?
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
And
What about
Popovich-
Steve Kerr then?
He's turned some
Look at
players pretty decent.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole, Gary Payton on any
Gary
other team
Payton?
is not going to do that. What he does.
Yeah, we usually turn around nobodies into somebodies pretty quick.
Yeah, like,
pretty
Nah, that's not all the way true, bro.
bro.
I don't think Draymond if he wasn't on that squad.
Yes.
Yeah, but who was the first coach they had?
Mark
Your
Jackson.
boy Mark Jackson.
But
Right.
bro, you can't just he gets Mark Jackson definitely gets some of the credit, but there's also you gotta give Kerr credit. He's been coaching them for the last 10 years, bro. Like that championship don't just happen without a good coach. You hear
Kerr's 4 for 6. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we can't shit on that.
oh and Trav, y'all talking about like Greg Popovich, what has he done? So he's always had great players and he's such a great coach. What has he done lately? In the last like few years, his teams have been shit.
I
Is he
honestly
still a
believe
good
he
coach,
will.
or like what does that mean?
I think he
hasn't
would have
done-
won Kawhi. It wasn't for that Zaza Pachulia incident. I think he would have won one.
Here we go. These hypotheticals.
Yeah, bro. I feel like
Coulda,
you're
shoulda,
saying-
woulda.
You're saying he's a good coach because he had good players and stuff like that. I think he can be a good coach and have good player. I think two things can be true at the same time.
All right.
My fault.
Yeah,
man.
it's a good conversation, bro.
I don't like the woulda couldas. Like even Josh saying that Celtics should have beat the Warriors. Like they won 2 games, bro. Like that team ain't
Yeah,
have
they
shit for the
fumbled.
Warriors, bro. Like the Warriors, nah. Like come on, you can't say they should have won that series because of a game that Marcus Smart went a little crazy when he shouldn't have. Like I said, I don't.
Wait, but Trav, I have a question for you real quick because you mentioned that you say you're not confident in the Rockets and everything like that because like you're going on experience, right?
Yep.
But if you look at it, right, and you have more confidence in the Warrior team as a whole. I'm talking about the supporting cast and everything over the Rocket supporting cast.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Yes,
so you
sir.
have more confidence in like I don't know, like an Eamon Thompson over at the Pods.
Fred VanVleet.
Eamon Thompson's nice now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to put him over Pods, but
or Sengun over like a Draymond. Who you have more confidence in these specific players over the Warriors role players?
no. It's the opposite.
Yes, I mean like you have more confidence in the Warriors role players over the
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, I'm looking at champions. They got Fred VanVleet. That's the only one. And Dylan Brooks, I mean, his playoff experience is short. I mean, they always made him bounce in the first round when he was
Steven
with
Adams?
Memphis. Okay, I mean Steven Adams, but I'm not giving. He's never been I don't think he's ever been like a focal point of a team where he's going to change the game like that. I'm not worried about Steven Adams, especially at this point in his career, doing what maybe he was doing 6-7 years ago on OKC or wherever he was at. You know what I mean? Being a
Memphis.
difference maker. Memphis, yeah. Being
If he comes in though and he has to match up with a player like who are saying Quentin Post or
Trace Jackson Davies or Kevin Looney.
He's not going to play.
Yeah, Tracy's not playing no minutes.
yeah.
Oh.
I think personally Steven Adams dominates our centers because he has that experience. He knows what to do. Like I think he would dominate our centers.
so Steven Adams dropping 20 a night.
That's not.
No, he's not dropping
that's
20 a
not-
night, but
He's going to play like 10 minutes.
And
His
that's
IQ is unmatched.
cool. And I just think that the guard play is going to be where this changes at. And I think that the guard play on the Warriors is going to show out when it comes to playoff basketball. When it comes to it's really this time in his 7-game series. Rockets might get a couple off. I just don't think they're going to send Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler home like you guys think. I think those guys are going to kick
I
it
don't
up.
think that, but
No, I was the only one who
That's
said that.
important.
Pina hasn't said anything yet. Everyone said the Warriors so far.
hey, last nigga, yo.
I think that. Hold on, before I go, let's let P go.
I'm gonna go with the Rockets. Trav, I do agree that you have been preaching experience, and I do think that is the Warriors' greatest weapon going into the series is just the overall experience they have on that team. And I think if they do win because of that experience. Out of all the matchups, I do think this series has the potential to be one of the more close ones, just because of the Warrior, like I've mentioned and Trav mentioned, the Warriors experience. I mean, that does a lot. What I will say is what will cause the Warriors to lose is if everybody's not firing on all cylinders. You can't expect Curry to do everything. You can't expect Curry and Jimmy to do everything.
Yep.
One player Sean didn't mention is Jabari Smith Jr. I mean, y'all, I think y'all need Kuminga to match up against him because they would cancel each other out.
True.
Yeah.
And I think I'd rather have the Rockets bench over y'all's. Just because of how
100%.
just because of how inconsistent y'all's is.
Who do they have on their bench?
I think
I could tell you. I could
Does
tell
it-
you that.
doesn't
I'm gonna name-
I know Tari Eason and Amin Thompson. I know one of them doesn't start. I think
No,
it's Tari Eason.
Amen probably starts.
Yeah,
I know
it.
Dylan Brooks,
Man starts.
Fred VanVleet, Aaron Holiday,
Dylan Brooks
Troy
comes off
Smith,
the bench?
Reed Shepard, Cam Whitmore, Jock Landale, Jeff
Cam
Green.
Whitmore, that's a good guy we didn't mention.
Oh yeah, can't
But half of them are barely going to play. Like,
Well,
I mean, when it comes to the
Like, I
playoffs, they run like a 7-man.
I
rotation.
doubt they play Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore is probably not going to play.
Yeah. Or Reed
Jabari
Shepard.
Smith is hurt,
damn, really?
and he's questionable with the groin
These
injury.
are all guys who have never been in this position before. That's the only thing I
Yeah,
feel like.
bro.
Yeah, I understand that, but
Their
but
bench is
Ime's
not better
been
than
there.
ours. No
Ime's
way.
been there.
No way.
Excellent.
No way they're
What?
Ime's been there. You got to rely. They're gonna rely
They're
on
lost.
their coach. They're gonna rely on players like Fred VanVleet, who's a champion. You know what I mean? They're gonna rely on these people to guide them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the Rockets have more consistent pieces than us. That's how I feel. I feel like their consistency is just
Yeah.
better than us. I think we
I-
have the experience edge that can help us win, but I think there is more like
The
as a team.
They're consistent on the Wolves on the Rockets.
They
I don't
understand
think their
that.
bench is better than ours.
Everybody on the Rockets understands their role. That's right, Sean.
in
But
the
another thing
regular
is-
season.
Huh?
In the regular season.
I
They don't
mean,
know.
you say this is going to be a hypothetical, but I mean, who's to say the Rockets don't come into this playoffs just lighting it up, playing like an actual 2 seed?
And if
Bro.
they do, I'll bow down. You know what I mean? Pause. It is what it is. But it's like that type of team has to show you first, bro. They gotta do it,
And they're
bro.
gonna show, bro.
You-
Trav, we all gonna be surprised when. And y'all, you can clip this, whatever.
Let's
all
put
we
it
can
up,
do
When
is
the
watch.
Houston Rockets beat the Golden State Warriors in 6 games, y'all.
Josh,
series is
Josh,
gonna be-
Josh. Don't
No,
don't speak
this
that. Don't
ain't
speak that
even
into
on no-
existence. Don't speak
this-
that into existence.
No,
Just-
this
just
ain't
chill
even
out.
on no hitting
Chill
shit.
out.
I'm about to give y'all some stats right now. The only reason why the Houston Rockets may have a chance at losing, okay, may lose, is because they're the 30th ranked half-court team in the NBA. They can't get it done in the half-court setting. They're a fast break team, right? And reason number 2, we don't know who on the Houston Rockets is that guy, because like Sean said, everybody plays their role on that team. Sengun could give you 20 and 10. You know what I mean? You don't want Jalen Green being that guy, but
He's a shot chucker.
He can give you 30 a night, although he's a streaky player. You know what I mean? Fred VanVleet's on the tail end. He's not really that dude
hasn't
he
been good
was
in the regular season.
on the Raptors. But they don't need him to be. They just need him to be a vet and a leader. You feel me?
Who on the Rockets can give you 30 a night?
That's what I'm saying. That's what might kill them.
Sengun is that he like that first. Sengun's
not giving Draymond 30 a night. Come on.
Right.
Sengun
is nice. And I think he made the
He is nice. No, he's nice. Yeah, he did. He's nice.
He's
nice,
not
gonna give Draymond 30.
The Rockets
not getting 30 a night.
that guy. The Rockets don't have that guy like a Steph Curry that they can go to in crunch time. Who's that guy on the Rockets you can go to at crunch time? Tell me. Exactly.
You tell me. That's
we have 2 guys.
Y'all have exactly, but I'm just saying though. But they play so good and as a team, they play so cohesive as a team that it might just be enough to propel them into that second round.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point.
Who do you think their X factor is, like, on both teams? Not like the best players, but like, who do you think the one person that shows
the Rockets' best player?
No, their X factor. Their X factor.
That's gonna win them the games.
The X factor, not the best player. The X factor on the Rockets is Amen Thompson guarding Curry. That's the matchup right there. Yeah. And when Curry scored 3 points, guess who they played? The Rockets. In the regular season,
they did,
bro. Why you bring that up?
John, I want to.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's in the regular season.
Ahmad,
it doesn't matter.
I remember on the last podcast you mentioned about how K came into Madison Square Garden and beat the Knicks. So,
Josh made a good point earlier about
what is that?
about how the Rockets are a half-court team, or not a half-court team. My fault. Ahmad, you were complaining a couple episodes ago that the Warriors turn the ball over too much. That could be a problem. That could be a problem if y'all force that ball to Curry too much, force that ball to Jimmy. The Rockets start getting after. Amen jumps in front of him a couple times.
Not to cut you off. Amen is a great defender, super athletic, super long pause. He's gonna hound, and he's young. He's young, Trav. He's gonna hound Curry all night. I'm telling you, bro.
Hopefully, you don't get injured.
Curry's gonna have a hard time in this series.
You can say the same thing about Curry.
Nah, y'all know what I Warriors fans know what I mean.
And who's gonna rebound for y'all? Y'all can't who's y'all? Draymond at center ain't gonna do it, bro. Y'all gotta play Kuminga. I don't know, bro.
I mean, all of our guys are gonna rebound. Like we're crash 5.
I got a dub on the Warriors. Whoever wants to take it.
A dub is crazy.
A dub? 20? Let's do it. You got me.
All right.
Y'all hear that? A dub. I got
it's recorded. It's on air.
Nah, send the Venmo, send the Cash App info. It's all. Oh yeah. Nah, we good.
Y'all both kick with the left hand.
Nah, this is right.
It's the right.
Josh, you got bigger things to worry about. That logo behind you, that's what you have to worry about.
No, it's against the Timberwolves. We'll get to it.
We're gonna get there. But with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. All right. So, would you rather see the Grizzlies or the Mavs play the Thunder? This game is actually going on right now as we're recording.
I think the Grizzlies are blowing them out.
47-24 Memphis.
Yeah, they're getting blown out.
What's the score?
47-24.
God.
Quarter. 9 minutes left.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a game of runs. Sorry,
it's a lot of game left. It's a lot of game.
Nah, the game's over, man.
Nah, bro, it's a lot of game.
AD was a job bang and Jaren Jackson.
Honestly, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I really want the Mavs to win, bro. Because the Grizzlies cannot be allowed to. Any team that fired their coach can't be allowed to win. It's such a bad precedent.
How about they fired the core superstar?
No, bro, you can't fire your coach and then win a fucking conference finals. You can't that can't be allowed to happen. If that shit happens, bro,
Superstar.
if that happens, the whole NBA will change. Because then
We might-
players gonna start
Look
thinking
at
like,
Doncic
yeah,
with the Lakers.
the players gonna be like, yo, I don't need the coach. Coach, you ain't really doing shit. It's gonna be a whole mindset change if players can start firing coaches and then win shit. Like, nah, bro, we can't
But-
allow this shit to happen.
Better hope the MVP don't win it then, because
Yeah, I'm praying
Hey.
that the Denver Nuggets lose to
Hey.
the Clippers.
I think they're going to.
So
But on this one, I'd rather see. I think the Grizzlies better match up with the Thunder.
yeah.
Mhm.
Personally, like I said, the Mavs, I think they're just too banged up. You're leaning too heavy on AD, and we know what happens if you lean too heavy on AD. So, give me the Grizzlies. Keep it short and simple. I'd rather see the Grizzlies play, with who they have as they, they're young dudes. Like, I'd rather see them play up against OKC.
who do you got winning if the Grizzlies play the Thunder? How many games? And who you got winning?
That's a good matchup.
It'd probably be Thunder in 6.
No, what? Thunder in 5. Thunder in five.
No. I think we're
Thunder
underestimating the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies
Yeah,
are
no, I
actually
think
pretty
I think
solid.
the Grizzlies can pop off too.
Who guarding Shea?
They don't got a coach.
Who's guarding Shea?
Oh, yeah, Shay's getting 30 every.
I mean,
almost
who's
every
guarding
night.
Shea? Like regardless, anywhere, any team. It doesn't. I mean,
I'm going OKC in 4.
that's
Oh.
crazy, bro.
That might be crazy.
Damn.
That's
I'd
crazy.
give him 4 or 5.
Bro, the reason why I don't know if y'all noticed, but the reason why they fired the Grizzlies coach, right? The reason why they fired him is because y'all remember when Ja got hurt and
Yeah.
Tyus Jones was taking over and they played more as a team. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When Ja wasn't on the court, Ja didn't like that. Ja is a player that needs the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't getting those pick and rolls that he likes, getting to the rack. He was forcing a lot of shots this year. And that's one of the reasons why they fired the coach, because he was trying to get Ja to play team ball.
I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. You're not bigger than the team, nigga. You're not bigger than the team. They teach you
That's
that.
what I heard.
That's the bro. You're never bigger than the team. You can't be firing a coach because they're gonna be bigger than the team. That don't make sense.
Ahmad,
make
you
sense.
Ahmad, you better be
Yeah.
careful. He got his ops coming for you.
You're right. You know what I'm saying?
If
So
you nice enough, you can get rid of the coach.
True.
Look at LeBron.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna
Like,
give you all
Yeah,
some
go
stats.
down.
I'm gonna give you all some stats in the game real quick. Desmond Bain has 10. Jaren Jackson has 10. John Moran has 12. Scottie Pippen Jr. has 7. Edie has 5. So it's something Adama.
He sucks.
Marvin Bagley's in the league. He got 2 points.
Yeah,
Marvin
Marvin
Bagley's in the
Bagley.
league, y'all.
Duke legend.
Duke legend.
Yeah, he is a Duke legend.
I'm trying to wait. How many rebounds does Edie got?
He has 6.
He's got
Five.
6.
Oh, 6 now.
Edie doesn't suck, bro. Edie's pretty.
Yes, he
solid.
does.
Yes,
Edie's
he
a
does.
body,
There's
bro.
not-
That's what Edie's a body. For
Yeah,
sure.
he's just
Like,
big as shit.
Hey, you look at his stats, you might think he snaps. I watched
don't-
the games. He has no hands.
That's why I don't think they get swept, because I think they have enough to at least pop one off in Memphis for sure.
Yeah,
If not
for
2,
sure.
like I said, Desmond Bain ain't he ain't no
Yeah,
scrub.
slap.
he's
know
great.
what I
He's
mean?
great in the playoffs.
Ja's not no slouch, and then Jaren Jackson ain't no slouch. So I mean, I think they have some weapons where it's like they can make that series tough, for OKC. But I mean, I think like I said, I think OKC gets it done in 6.
Ja
OKC
Morant-
got the MVP, bro.
John Morant won't be healthy for all 6 games.
OKC don't have the MVP.
Or a little technical suspended.
Fake
Okay, so you
MVP.
don't-
Mickey Mouse MVP.
OKC ain't got the MVP, bro.
You said, wait, hold on. You said Mickey Mouse MVP.
Yeah,
If he
they're just
gets
giving it to him because Jokic has too many.
If he gets it, that shit's fraudulent.
It does set a bad
Yeah.
precedent, honestly, for kind of.
If
But that's
Jokic
how it's
doesn't
always
win it-
going to be.
I mean,
Vote team.
yeah, but that sets a bad precedent. I mean, like,
But not only that, but we can't do that. I know I said Jokic is the MVP, but I have said that. But SGA is hooping, bro. He has the numbers. Their team is number 1.
He's not averaging a
170
triple-double.
minutes.
Jokic is
So did
hooping,
Westbrook
bro.
like 3 times.
Yeah, Westbrook averaged a triple-double, and everybody was foaming out the mouth. Give him MVP. Give him MVP. Like, we got to do the same shit for him.
I mean, we
He's a
saw
savage, yeah.
we saw in the NFL Josh Allen win the MVP this year. So like,
Yeah, that shit was bullshit. Lamar
you know what I'm
Jackson should have won.
saying? So we know how the game is played. We know how that shit works.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
No.
That's facts. All right, let's move on to the next topic, y'all. All right, y'all. So this is just a broad, you know what I'm saying? Just any predictions, anything y'all want to put out there. This is the time to do it. Who do you guys got going to the NBA Finals? What is your favorite playoff series in round one? And you know, just anything y'all want to say, go ahead, let it out before we.
Miami.
Give me the Pistons Rockets NBA Finals. But for real, I low key want the. I feel like it'd be cool to see the Pistons in the finals.
Yeah.
But out of the coming
Somebody
out of the
breaks
East,
a leg.
coming out of the East, I probably got. I want to go with the Cavs. I like the Cavs too much.
Yeah.
It's either them or the Celtics in my humble opinion. And then out of the West, I honestly, it's a toss up. Honest.
The Wild Wild West, bro.
Couple injuries here, a couple injuries there. You know, some things could happen.
Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Some things could happen.
Give me the Thunder. Thunder Cavs. It's not gonna happen, but I think
That's a nasty final.
Nasty final, yo.
hey. All right. All right, let's see y'all's.
Go ahead, X. You said that's a nasty finals.
Go ahead and say the Warriors.
Yeah, because it's the Warriors.
Let's get a 2022 rematch, you know?
Hell no.
Celtics Warriors
Y'all be
at their
cooked.
full potential. Yeah, I don't think we'd be cooked. We pull that old man in the pick and roll action. I think we'll be fine.
Nah, I
think
can't
we
go.
have a chance.
I can't roll with you in that one next, bro.
Yeah.
No, man, I'll be. Ooh.
It's like me saying Miami's gonna sweep everybody. It's just
No, that's
tone
a
it
big
down.
difference. That's a big difference.
Yeah, let's
That's
tone
a
it
big
down
difference.
with the hopes and
But
dreams. Let's
but
tone it down with the hopes and
honestly,
dreams.
a team that I like in the West is the Clippers. I think the Clippers can make something shake if Kawhi stays healthy. I'd like to see
Yeah.
Clippers Cavs. Clippers Cavs would be interesting. I'd like that.
Yeah. I can't.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, like
Do you
that.
guys? How far do you guys like honestly think? I know X just said he thinks maybe the Clippers could go pretty far. What about you guys? How y'all feel about the Clippers? Because I think they're very slept on. They might just beat the Nuggets in 7.
I think they can.
They can.
I think
but
they
Yeah.
can.
I think
They got a
Denver
coach.
can't
They
guard.
got a coach. They
Denver
got a
can't
coach.
guard.
I'm
Yo.
looking at that video right now. So
The
Yeah, Ty
the Clippers are the Knicks West, bro. Like we ain't worried about the Clippers, bro. We ain't worried about the Clippers.
Oh,
Next,
really?
Bro,
Nah, we
no.
ain't
Trav.
jacking the Clippers, bro.
They got Kawhi and James Harden though. Like
I don't give
they
a
got.
fuck.
With
I don't give a
Norman
And they got
Powell.
Zubac. And they got Zubac.
Zubac's having an
Yo,
all-star
Trav.
year.
Trav, you
Yo,
an LA Lakers fan. You an OG LA Lakers fan, so that's why you're saying this right now. You don't really like.
That's a fact, Trav. That's a fact.
Yeah, I get it.
I ain't
That
arguing it.
Harden-Zubac
I ain't
pick and roll
arguing
is
it.
crazy, bro.
I ain't gonna argue it.
But
Harden,
think about
Zubac,
it.
pick
The
and roll
Nuggets
is
Nuggets can't guard. The Nuggets can't guard. They're gonna have a hard
they
time.
can't.
They can't guard.
Yeah, but you got to deal with Jokic, bro. You can't count.
You
Jokic
do have to
out.
deal with Jokic. But do you see how Aaron Gordon's looking right now? I think he just got jumped or something. Go search up what happened to Aaron Gordon now, and he's horrible. No, I'm joking.
Fucking all you got to do is catch lobs, bro. That's all you got to do.
That's all he has to do.
I think finals wise though, we gonna
No,
get
actually, I looked it up. Someone said, "Someone please check up on Aaron Gordon."
Yeah, I just sent it to the group chat.
Huh? Oh shit.
Who you got, Trev?
Yeah, go ahead,
Nah,
Trav.
we gonna take it back. Y'all
Oh,
rematch.
shit.
We gonna get a 2010 rematch. We gonna get Lakers versus Celtics.
No shot.
Lakers
That would be-
Celtics.
That'd be crazy.
Uh,
That'd be crazy.
Lakers Celtics.
So
I like
Who
that.
who beats the Lakers in the West? Who beats the
Clippers.
Celtics in the East?
I mean, the Nuggets do it every year, so you can't say. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have AD no more, so that's different.
Clippers.
yeah, I guess Jamal Murray can hit his game winners over like Jackson Hayes or something now.
Nah. We ain't doing
No
that.
team
We
would-
ain't doing that.
Bro, no team with Jackson Hayes is making the finals. I'm sorry. There's
Yeah.
no way. I don't see that happening in the near future.
Yeah,
There's just no way.
but we have a small ball lineup that is guaranteed to propel us to the finals, bro. I'm telling you.
Guaranteed is crazy because it ain't happened
Guaranteed?
before.
That
Gary
baby
Payton-
Pingus?
Luka's gonna get his
Hayes
rematch,
is
bro.
not, Hayes is not a slouch, bro. He's proven
Luke-
himself.
Yes, he is.
Proven
Bro,
in
no,
what
bro. He's proven
capacity?
himself, bro.
In what
Bro,
capacity?
He's proven himself.
He
And
is
then
not-
we're not gonna run Hayes for 48 minutes, bro.
He could run up a fade on a woman. What is he doing in the playoffs?
You're
Bro.
gonna have to run a center for a decent amount of time in the playoffs, and he's probably the worst starting center in the playoffs, both sides.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool,
Yeah.
but we got
Worse
we
than
got a
Zach Edey?
basketball genius in
Well,
JJ
Zach
Redick.
Edey ain't in yet.
Yeah,
They're not in yet. They're not in yet.
Alright.
I might
Okay.
actually say Jackson Hayes is
So all the teams that are in right now, he is the worst.
Just based
All I'm gonna say is JJ Redick is a genius of a coach, bro. He'll figure out the defensive schemes like he's been doing, and we've been winning games.
Wolves
We've
and
been
seven.
beating teams.
Bro, the LA Clippers will beat you.
No,
Yes, the
They have
Clippers
a
will
better
beat you.
roster.
no.
The Clippers
Put a
can.
double. Let's put a double on that.
I can't
Let's
give
put a
them.
dub on that.
Bro,
Alright.
put your money where your
Alright.
mouth is, bro.
All right.
If every team is healthy, I'm putting my money on the Clippers.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you
Nah,
one
you trying to
thing.
bet?
I tell you one
Timberwolves
thing.
in 7. Timberwolves in 7.
Hell nah.
I got a double on that.
I got
a
an
double on that
60
dumb
bomb
shit too for
cooking.
sure. I might have
They
the whole
don't
100.
match up bad against the Lakers, honestly.
I
They
might
don't
have the
match up
whole
They
bad.
100
do.
on that.
They do, bro. They do. Bro.
They match
do.
up bad.
How?
Bad.
How?
Who's going
That's
to
like
Who's
That's
guarding
the worst
LeBron?
matchup in the playoffs.
They'll
Jaden
probably put
McDaniels.
McDaniels on LeBron.
They
And
got
then
What?
KD,
on
but we
Luka.
got
Then you
Jaden
gotta worry
McDaniels.
about Reeves and
Cookie.
Luka.
Cookies, bro.
Yeah, they're
I
probably
mean,
gonna put
Ant,
on
you're
Luka.
Ant's not a bad defender.
He's
He-
not.
Yeah, they're gonna.
But there's too many
I'll
people.
tell you
to defend.
who's guarding Ant. You're not putting Luka on Ant.
Not putting Austin
He's
Reeves on. him. I
frying
love
whoever's
Austin
guarding him.
Reeves.
You can put Jared
Ant's frying
Vanderbilt,
whoever's guarding
Dorian
him.
Finney-Smith.
No, bro.
Any
Gabe
guard on
Vincent.
that Lakers rotation, he's frying.
He,
him.
we
Ant-
probably getting we're gonna see a highlight reel of Ant dunking on Jackson Hayes probably
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
in the near
Ant's
future.
gonna fry anybody who's guarding him.
Ant's gonna get his 35, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got Julius Randle who's shit in the playoffs, bro.
It's gonna be similar to last
Jeez.
year where Anthony Edwards was going crazy. Anthony Edwards I think he had a good playoff performance against Luka last year, but the rest of his team just didn't show up. I think it's gonna be similar to this year.
It's gonna be
You
the
know,
same
I
shit,
think
bro.
the matchup is not good because, bro, like you got to guard LeBron and Luka and Reeves.
I gotta
And
look-
Reeves.
I gotta
And then
look-
let's
I
not
gotta-
forget about
Rui.
Rui, who's a
Yeah.
great spot up
He-
spot up shooter.
He
Yeah.
can
So,
get,
then
he
you got to
can
worry
get,
about Dorian Finney-Smith catch and shoot,
yeah.
and both those guys are two-way players. Come on, bro. Vando on D.
Vando
We're
on
not
defense.
worried
Come
about
on.
that shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Gonna get hard.
Randall's gonna snap a leg in the first game.
And
Van-
Gabe
Van-
Vincent,
Vando's
like I've
gonna
been
be-
saying,
What
Gabe
about
Vincent
Jimmy
finally
Guard
woke the
Ant?
fuck up. He knows how to play ball now.
Nah, but I'm not relying on Gabe Vincent like in the playoffs. I'm not gonna do that.
Come
No,
on,
Jay's
bro.
Bo
Gabe
Shrug.
can
No,
give you
no,
15,
no.
bro.
Here we
you
go
got
again
me,
with this
man.
Lakers bench talk, bro. Lakers got a 9 out of 10 bench. Quote Josh.
See the slick thing,
9 out of 10.
the slick thing about the Lakers though is how we run our rotation is that LeBron runs a lot of minutes with the second. You know what I mean? Like,
Exact.
so
Boom.
that's I'm telling you that's gonna be
Bro.
the difference.
I got a
bro.
question for y'all. Most
Give me
of you know-
Dante over all of them. Sorry.
I got a question for you. I think the Lakers bench knows how to play the Wolves exactly, which is why I thought the Rockets would win. Just was like, what's the difference between Lakers bench and
Because
Rockets
the Lakers bench gets to play with LeBron sometimes. That's a different. You're playing with one of the. You know what I mean? Like you don't have
Yeah.
that on the Rockets. Like
But-
those guys are playing with LeBron James on the court.
there's a new high end level pressure with playing LeBron James.
Nah, bro.
Nah.
I agree with Trav
Nah.
on this one because it's like LeBron, bro. Like you see what he does with nobodies. LeBron can bring
Yeah.
nobodies to a final.
true.
So, and then you're talking about
That's
a few minutes with the second squad. He can get him open. He can pass the ball. He can take over when he needs to. Like, nah, I'm definitely with Trav on that one.
Yeah, Travis definitely right though, because they.
And I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm trying to just think like how LeBron has the highest IQ we probably have ever seen in the game.
Yeah.
And you can just like, he's really a coach out there playing. Like
Ben
I
Simmons
think
got a
you
high
get-
IQ.
You get him out there. Ben Simmons is ass. You get Bron out there though with the Gabe Vincents and them boys. It's like he makes them dudes
Yeah.
look 10 times better than what they are. You know what I mean?
LeBron's
Like,
the Warrior.
Yeah, bro. And then when Luka and Braun do play their minutes on the court together, bro, we see. We
It's
see.
tough. It's
I-
tough.
I got the Clippers. I got the Clippers and the Cavs. I met Jaylen Brown, bro. I met Jaylen Brown. I told him to his face. I said, "Listen, bro,
That was
y'all,
dope.
y'all not making the finals." I told him like, "Y'all not making the finals."
Talk your
I
W
shit.
Blaze.
I said, "Y'all gotta play Detroit. Detroit gonna knock y'all out." I told him that. He laughed.
Ahmad, that's a true story. Ahmad dead ass told him that.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
tough.
And
I like
that's
that.
also that's also kind of crazy.
Talk
So.
your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, bro. So and also I shook his hand too to do that little Space Jam magic. You know what I'm saying? To take his skills.
Take some of that shit away.
Yeah,
Now you can't finish with a left hand.
yeah.
This is why he can't dribble with his left hand.
You're funny as fuck.
So we know. So when Jaylen Brown is not showing up, y'all know what time it is.
Hit him with the thunderstruck.
Yeah, exactly. It was some thundershock shit, and we all know that Jason Tatum can't do it by himself.
No.
Tingus Pingus.
I can't.
Porzingis is tough, bro. Porzingis
Indubitably.
is tough. I got one more question for y'all.
tell you
before-
I didn't give my take actually.
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
I think the Boston Celtics unfortunately take this one. I think sadly they might have a shot at winning, and I think I think the Thunder. I've always been saying the Thunder all year, but the Clippers might surprise me.
Give me the
Yeah.
Miami Heat loses in the finals.
I think the Clippers could actually make it, bro. Like,
Yeah,
You-
like high key, like I have never been this confident in James Harden all my life, but seeing how the Clippers won James Harden, I think James Harden might surprise me and actually do fantastic in this playoffs.
Him and
If they-
Zubac are
Yeah,
If they get there, it's because of Ty Lue.
yeah. Sometimes it might actually need a new role change, someone that actually believes in Harden because
Ben
Daryl
Simmons
Morey.
is gonna get a ring.
That
I'm
might
about
Ben
to-
Simmons is gonna get a ring.
I'm about to go
That's
put
nasty
I'm about to
work.
go put $5 on the Heat. If the Heat make the finals, I'll make like 10 grand.
Never believe it.
What?
Hey man, Eric
Hey,
Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra dark magic. Look at this man behind me. He went crazy against Atlanta. So you
Honestly,
don't know.
bro,
if
I
Eric
don't believe
Spoelstra-
he ain't won shit since bronze, so we ain't jacking that dark magic, bro. That shit's weak, bro. There ain't no dark magic over there because if he had dark magic, they would have won. They ain't won shit.
Y'all was just lucky you didn't win against us in 22.
We would have killed y'all. What are we talking about?
Uh,
It would have been
The
even
hell?
worse.
well, I got a question for y'all. Now that Dame is confirmed to be healthy, I think he should play round one. Not sure.
I think
I don't think he should.
I think they're
Bucks and
saying-
Pacers series.
Josh, from what I've heard, I think they said he's gonna guaranteed miss game one, but he's good. From what I saw, obviously, I know this is still like going out. He's gonna be good to go potentially for any game after game one. From what I saw,
Okay.
They'll beat the Pacers. They'll beat the Pacers.
You
Yeah,
think they'll
for
beat
sure.
the Pacers now that Dame is back?
I
Yeah,
had him.
yeah.
I had him
Even without
with,
Dame. I think
without Dame. I had them without.
Yeah,
Dame.
I agree with them. I had them beating them even without Dame. I think Giannis is going crazy. Coming into the
KPJ
playoffs,
been hooping.
I think what out of the last 6 games he had like a triple double in the 4 of them, something like that. Like
Yep.
Giannis is locked in right now. So I was even without Dame, they beating the Pacers.
I
Pacers
got
for
another
7.
question for y'all. Do
Pacers for
y'all
7.
think Giannis's quote unquote greatness is forgotten because the Bucks haven't been at that
Yes.
level?
Yes,
For
he's
sure.
still top. He's
Yes.
still top.
I said this before. I do and I don't think so. I think it's hard for his greatness to be recognized when you have people like Shea and Jokic overshadowing you. Because, like I said in the last pod episode, Giannis is having an MVP caliber season.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he
It's just when you got guys like Jokic and Shea doing better than that, I mean, you just get overshadowed.
I feel y'all.
Request that trade. Request that trade.
Working
Yeah.
your game. Got hoop a little bit harder, nigga.
And that was this is my next and final question. Actually just kind of brought it to my realization. Do you think Giannis leaves the Bucks if they don't make it far this year?
Yes.
Hope so. Got a
yeah,
spot for him.
How many years he got left on his contract? He got
One thing.
Well,
Nah, I think he actually might be one.
it's 1 or
It's
2.
probably
I know
one or
it's,
two.
I know
I think
it's
it's
not
one.
too
One of
many.
those have a play option or team option?
It's not
Yeah.
this
Where would he
year.
go?
I'm
Where
about
would
to
he
tell
go
y'all
though?
right now.
I mean, I think any
After-
team.
After the Lakers win the ship and Bron retires, he's coming out to LA, baby.
What are you trading? Gabe
Bro.
Vincent is a pack of gum.
Y'all gonna have to give up every pick y'all got.
The next first round picks for the next 5 to 10.
Oh, y'all
I
better
think y'all got rid of them. I think y'all got rid of them.
y'all better hope y'all don't end up like the Suns, bro. Y'all gonna be chopped.
Yeah.
We got Luka's 25. We got Luka for the next 10 to 15. We Gucci.
10
Not
or
10 to 15 is a stretch. He might
Yeah,
have a
that's
heart
not-
attack.
Yeah, it's
Nah. LA Luka, that's Ozempic Luka now, baby. We're good.
What you doing if Luka leaves in a couple years to go play with Jokic?
Back to the Mavs and to the Nuggets.
If anything, Jokic is coming to LA. Don't sleep
Hell
on
no.
how
Yo,
LA moves.
LA
I like that,
Don't sleep on how
Trav.
LA moves, yo.
Trav, I like that.
LA's too
Don't-
big of a city for Jokic.
Don't sleep
Yeah.
on how LA moves in the free agency, bro. It's been this way since before we was born, bro.
They're
Like
not
is a
getting you.
real
they
thing.
get him,
They
bro.
end up
They get
getting
him.
the players.
get 'em.
He's right.
They get
Jokic's
him.
going to kill himself.
He's right.
They get him, bro.
Delusion is a real thing.
What's
get
gonna
him,
put
bro.
him? What's gonna put Jokic closer to Serbia?
Retirement?
Boston.
We know he likes going back to those horses.
He might retire.
He might be closer to Serbia in LA than he is in Denver.
That's a fact.
I don't know which way it is, but I know LA's on the
Giannis-
coast, so
Giannis can come to the Warriors, man. You know, we'll get him a ring.
That might also be
perfect on the
delusion.
war. Nah,
we'll get him a ring easily.
he'll be perfect on the Warriors.
Who y'all
bro.
giving
Giannis
up for
would be-
Giannis, though?
I
We'll
want
give
Giannis-
you Kuminga. We'll give you Kuminga, Pods, 5 first-round picks, and
Yeah,
throw
we'll
in
give
another
everybody.
player.
Everybody
yeah,
goes.
you gotta throw the
Everybody.
whole yard at him for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's
Going-
fine.
Going,
That's
going
It's
out and
worth
getting
it.
so everything must
It's-
go.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
All right, Ahmad. Wrap it up, bro. Pause.
That was crazy.
Crazy.
That was wild. That was wild.
Wow.
Wow. I don't know what to say after that. I don't know
I
what to
will
say.
say,
That was
before
crazy.
y'all,
I said pause, bro.
before y'all,
I'm sure this is too crazy.
before y'all head off, let me give y'all the updated score on Memphis and Dallas. Memphis is up 66-49 on the Dallas Mavericks. Ja has 16, Bane has 15, Jaren Jackson has 10, Santi Aldama has 9, Edie got 7-7.
I hate Santi Aldama.
What have got Santi
Trolley
Aldama?
problem.
He just pisses me off.
And also
He
for
voted on
the
me in fantasy.
for the Mavericks.
Oh, can we talk about one more thing? Where's Zion going this summer?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. We can talk about it real quick.
Where do you guys think Zion's going this summer? Because they're gonna trade him. I think they're gonna trade him.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Low-key,
they trade him.
I know you said you didn't want him, Trav, but I mean, I feel like Reddit could sway him using the Duke connection.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in LA. Like I said, I think he would lose his mind in LA because he's a wild boy, but I can
Yeah.
see him going to LA for real.
He doing
for real.
Magic Johnson numbers down
A lot of people
Magic
are saying
Johnson for real.
a lot of people are saying the Pistons.
Miami.
I can
I'll
see
see
it.
I can see
Miami.
Miami. I can see Miami.
Again, he's a wild boy. I don't know if that's gonna be
See,
good.
that's-
For him.
But he-
Yeah.
Probably might be too
He's
much for him.
still
That dark
got
magic
his
that Sean's
coaching
talking.
vibe. He can't
Yeah.
go in there pushing 300 pounds. Pat Riley ain't going for that.
No, Pat Riley has this thing where
Oh, Pat,
in
he'd
the
give
tra-
Pat Riley a hernia.
So and everybody, every training camp before the regular season starts, Pat Riley wants his players to be 5% body fat. Well,
Oh, yeah, so Pat, they wouldn't even they not even fucking with him then at all.
Yeah, they ain't gonna
Yeah.
fuck with
He ain't even
Zion.
going for it.
you know.
The Nets. I think he might be going to the Nets too. The Nets good.
He,
Nah.
I think he wants to be
Zion
on a
and Cooper Flag. No, he
The
wants to
Nets-
be on a winning team for sure. I like the Pistons. Though. I like the
Utah!
Pistons. I think he would be good on the Pistons.
Yeah, he would be. He would be
He
good. on
would
the
be. He
Pistons.
would be.
But I think they would have to blow up the core for Zion. And it says, say this, but I don't know if Zion is worth it because say they blow up their core, they get Zion, but then he's not available.
I think
No
they
way.
could keep. I think they could keep. I think they could
Yeah,
give up like
they
Malik
probably have to
Beasley,
trade like
Tobias
maybe
Harris.
Jaden Ivey. They might have to trade Jaden Ivey and a couple picks. I mean, Ivy didn't even play this year, so
Hey, how about Charlotte?
no.
Again?
Lose.
Again, going to a winning spot.
Him and Melo
Yeah.
would be kind of crazy though.
Yeah, him and
It
Melo.
would be
That's
crazy.
that's a PR disaster right there.
Send Zion to Philly. Maybe send Zion to Philly.
Nah, they don't got enough money, bro. They paid your boy PG the $300
Don't
million.
say
Nah, they-
that's
they
not
got
my
no
boy. That's not my boy.
That's
Yeah,
Kevin's
Josh
boy. That's
Kevin-
They
Kevin.
might got,
Yeah.
they might have to trade Embiid then. They might have to trade Embiid.
Yeah, I was gonna say they might have to trade one of them to get
That would be
him.
I got a
stupid.
spot for him.
Why trade Embiid, one injury prone dude, for another injury prone dude? That would
No, I'm not saying for Zion. I'm just saying regardless, they might just have to trade him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ja leaving this offseason too?
Who?
What?
Ja. Is Ja leaving this offseason too?
John Morant?
Nah, he's
He
staying.
might.
He's staying. He's staying. I don't think he's going nowhere.
He'd love
By the way.
Memphis.
Yeah, where else would he go? You know what I'm saying? I think Memphis is cool for him right now.
Send him
Like,
to the Rockets.
He's
Also,
good in the West.
how about
I
Send
KD?
him to the Rockets.
KD?
KD, he's coming back
called
home.
it.
That's where he's.
I
That's
said the
what he's doing.
Mavs. I said the Mavs and the Knicks.
What are they gonna
Yeah.
trade for him? Though? What are the Mavs gonna trade for him?
The bigs. One of the bigs.
Lively and
They're not
Gafford?
trading Lively. They're not trading Lively. No way.
One of them,
Lively,
Gafford.
Gafford, Clay,
Yeah.
get them up out of here.
Yeah. And they had a lot of good like bench players who really stepped up. Their value went up, so they can throw some of those players in too, like Najee Marshall. He was cooking. Like
Yeah, fair.
you have a few pieces they can definitely bargain with. I
Dinwiddie.
think the Mavs are the most likely spot for KD. And the taxes, taxes lovely down in Texas.
Yeah, there's
But
no
then what does D Book do then? What does D Book do? He's all by himself in
Probably
Phoenix.
cry.
He don't
Yeah.
leave too. He should leave
Might
too,
be
bro.
on suicide watch.
Yeah, players got to stop staying on losing teams that are like Trae Young got to go. Devin Booker got to go. A lot of these players got to go on these lists. Got to stop. Giannis got to go. Like if you're on a losing team and the organization isn't doing anything to like become better, you got to go. Or you're gonna end up like Damian Lillard.
KD to
Yeah.
San Antonio.
I like that. I like that.
I feel like San Antonio would rather just keep what they got going on right now.
That
Yeah.
might
I
be
feel
well.
that, but Fox, Wemby, and KD would be tough.
Nah,
They're,
if KD
would
wanna-
be
they're probably
crazy.
gonna have to give up their pick.
bro,
That's
if
okay.
if KD ever wants to win again, you know where he got to go. He got to come
He
back.
gotta
home.
come home. Yeah, he gotta come home.
He know.
If
He know.
yo,
what
if
home
he
is.
home.
goes back to the Warriors, I will never respect
That's
him.
nasty.
ever
Yo,
again,
that's
bro.
nasty. Yo, it's nasty. Y'all saying coming back home is there.
Yo, you
That's
feel
nasty,
me?
yo.
You feel me, Trav?
Come back
Yo,
home.
why?
Coming back
Yo,
home
Nah.
is
It's crazy
bro.
how they can get Luka Doncic, right?
Yeah,
But
we can't get KD back. Like,
That is
a 36-year-old
crazy.
KD
It's
back.
not
That
the
makes
same,
that
yo,
makes
bro.
y'all-
It's not the same.
Yo, y'all,
KD
y'all
to
shit on KD,
Oklahoma.
bro.
It ain't
Y'all
the
shit on
same. Y'all's
KD.
is worse.
We
Ain't
shit
no-
on KD?
Y'all shit ain't KD's never going back there as long as Draymond's there, bro. It's a wrap.
Draymond and him are
Nah.
cool, bro. They
Nah,
perfect.
that's,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's
It's not
fake.
cool, bro.
That's
They're
fake.
cool.
Nah, they
KD
ain't
to
cool,
Oklahoma,
bro.
you guys?
Nah, they're not gonna break up their core. There's no
Yeah,
point.
Nah,
Yeah.
they can't.
No, they
yeah.
have like a hella picks.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
then they would have to try to trade Dub or something. They'd probably have to
Too
trade
much
Dub.
money
Or,
too. The money would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, pay everybody. Like, that'd be.
They already
It does
have
give
to
them a
worry
little
about
bit of-
paying everybody.
it gives them a little
Yeah.
bit more experience, though. But I still don't think it would
I
make
guess
sense.
I think we see KD and Kyrie link back up down in Dallas.
With Nico
Him,
Harrison
AD,
at the
KD,
realm,
that would be tough.
I would not be confident.
Well, he don't play basketball.
Yeah.
He's talking about his faith in him as a GM, I think, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could just trade your same defense.
Well, he traded Luca, so what's stopping him from trading
Wait.
for KD?
Exactly.
What did y'all think about his comment? He was like, he said, I have no regrets. I'm always gonna do what's best for the Mavs. What y'all
That's what,
think?
that's what he has to.
I
That's what he
mean,
has to say, though.
Yeah, he's got no choice but to down that
Yeah.
hill now, bro.
No
Yeah,
matter what happens, that's what he has to say.
That's what I'll say after I
Double
sniff up
down.
that's what I'll say if I sniff up my line cocaine and have him to say something. Like I have to say
He go-
something.
Damn, bro. That's that Miami shit, huh? That Miami shit.
Miami Vice, baby. We got the best
Yeah.
cocaine in the city. We got some strawberry thunderfuck out here. So
Oh wow.
On that
Okay.
note, on
Time to
that
end
Yeah,
it,
I'm
man.
not done.
Time to
Get
end
us
it.
get us out of here, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
I'm
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
last
yeah.
schedule.
You know, 12's on their way. The police
Sean
on their
talking
way, bro.
crazy.
Let's talk it. Talk it. Talk it.
Oh,
Talk
I've
it.
been playing a
No.
lot of schedule one. I've been playing a lot of
Clock
schedule
it.
one.
Let's get it. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week, and we'll go over the playoffs. All
Yep.
right,
Playoff. Everybody lock in on the playoffs.
ready?
Get ready.
Sir.
Get ready for me to be celebrating John Cena's 17th chip.
I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there
Miami,
with you.
He getting that.
Salute,
He
huh?
getting that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So he getting that.
Miami Heat in 7.